Life has no place for you anymore, he declared at our daughter's celebration. Every eye waited for me to crumble, but I smiled. I'd been preparing for this day for a long time. I'm Bianca Caldwell, 54, a devoted wife for 28 years. In an upscale Augusta restaurant, champagne glasses still sparkled, but the air froze. Gregory, my husband, stood, his voice booming, announcing he was leaving me at our daughter Amelia's graduation party. The room fell silent. Forks stopped clinking, whispers died. Amelia, her cap askew, went pale. I took a deep breath, lips curling slightly. Congratulations on your honesty. No tears, no screams, just icy calm. From the corner, Cassandra, Gregory's mistress, shifted, her chair creaking. Friends I'd trusted, shared Christmases with, knew but stayed silent. I reached into my bag, placing a cream-colored envelope by Gregory's plate. "What's this?" he asked, his smugness wavering. "Read it later," I replied, voice steady as a still lake. I turned to Amelia, kissed her cheek. "I'm proud of you. Today's your day." Then I stood, dress gliding, addressing the stunned guests. "Enjoy your meal. Have a lovely afternoon." I walked out, head high, the restaurant door closing behind me, cutting off the murmurs. Augusta's summer sun burned, but I felt the first breath of freedom in years. The door swung open behind me, Gregory's voice sharp, no longer confident. "Bianca, what did you do with this?" I didn't stop, lips twitching in a private smile. That envelope held the start of my plan, one I'd crafted for months. In our marriage, Gregory dreamed and gambled. I kept the family steady. I saved for Amelia's college when he sank money into a friend's restaurant. I worked overtime at Truvanta Corp when he quit to chase a passion for woodworking, lasting 6 months. My dream, starting a financial consulting firm for women, always waited. After Amelia graduates, I told myself, after Gregory settles. 3 months ago, I noticed discrepancies in our joint account. Small, sneaky transfers to an unknown account. 30 years in finance made me as sharp with numbers as others are with sense. I could have confronted him, but instinct held me back. Distance had grown between us for a year. I investigated quietly, and the truth cut like a knife. Gregory had been funneling money for over a year. Dinners, jewelry, even house hunting with Cassandra. While he preached saving for retirement, he planned freedom with her. Forgotten texts on his phone revealed everything. His plan to leave me right after Amelia's graduation. I didn't rush. 30 years in finance taught me, truth lies in details. Gregory forgot, or never knew, I controlled the money. Our prenup, signed 28 years ago when my assets outweighed his, became my shield. He'd insisted on it to protect his future. Ironic, the fidelity clause was now his Achilles heel. I quietly prepared, met lawyers, gathered evidence of secret transfers, recorded texts about his new life. I drafted divorce papers, timing them perfectly. Gregory wanted to wait past Amelia's graduation to spare her day. But that morning, I filed, silently, unannounced, keeping him in the dark. I drove to our historic Augusta home, our haven for 15 years. The house looked the same. Family photos on walls, my father's antique clock, the worn leather sofa where we dreamed. But the air felt different, as if the walls knew the secret. Upstairs, I opened the closet. Gregory's suitcase, packed and hidden, waited for tomorrow's escape. I smiled. He was meticulous with clothes, but careless with what mattered. My phone buzzed. Friends from the restaurant, Amelia, even Diana, Gregory's sister. I texted Amelia, "I'm fine. Don't worry. Enjoy your day. I love you." I'd shielded her from the truth for months, sparing her final semester. She'd be angry, but I trusted she'd understand. 3 hours later, Gregory's car screeched into the driveway. The front door slammed, his voice echoing, "Bianca, where are you?" I sat in the living room, laptop open, documents ready. He stormed in, face red, clutching the envelope. "What's this about?" he roared, waving the divorce papers. "It suits your plan," I said evenly. "You wanted freedom? I'm helping you." "You have no right," he shouted. "I have every right," I cut in, like you had the right to choose Cassandra. He shifted, smug again. "The prenup's expired. Any lawyer will tell you." I smiled. Clause 12, fidelity, holds for the entire marriage. "Didn't you read it?" His face drained, like watching his sandcastle collapse. "You can't," Gregory yelled, slumping onto the sofa. "We built this life together." "And you chose to break it," I replied, unmoved. His phone buzzed. Cassandra, no doubt. He ignored it. "You're cold, Bianca." He tried another tack. "Don't 28 years mean anything?" I looked at him. The man who held my hand through 2 miscarriages surprised me with a Charleston trip for our 10th anniversary. When did he change? Or was I blind with love? 28 years meant everything, I said, honest. That's why your betrayal hurt so much. He softened, sensing a chance. Can we fix this? I was wrong. Not a mistake, I said sharply. A year-long plan, transfers, a beach house, humiliating me publicly. I played a recording from his phone. After graduation, I'll tell her everything. Publicly, she won't make a scene. Cassandra, she doesn't know about the money? Bianca trusts me blindly. It's her weakness. His face went ashen, no defense left. You recorded me? Gregory stammered, eyes wild. Only what you said about betraying me, I replied, voice cold. In our home, in Georgia, that's legal. He stood, pacing. I need to make some calls. Go ahead, I said. A lawyer's a good start. I'm staying at Diana's tonight, he added as if I cared. She won't be pleased, I replied. Diana saw you with Cassandra last Christmas. She begged you to stop. You promised you would. When you didn't, she told me. His face fell like he'd been slapped. Even my sister turned on me. Ironic, I said, grabbing my bag. By tomorrow night, get your things out. The locks will change. I walked out, leaving him with his ringing phone, Cassandra, no doubt, waiting for her perfect plan. I drove to Diana's cozy bungalow near the university where she taught literature. She hugged me tightly, eyes worried. Amelia told me, "Are you okay?" Better than I expected, I replied, following her to the kitchen where a bottle of wine waited. Gregory announced it at the restaurant, Diana said, pouring 2 glasses. In front of everyone, he wanted to humiliate you. A performance to stop me from fighting back, I said, sipping. What was in that envelope that rattled him? She asked. I explained, divorce papers, evidence of financial fraud, and the prenup. He'd signed it to protect himself. Diana laughed bitterly. Our parents gave him startup money. He feared losing it. Now, she shook her head. Sweet justice. My phone buzzed. Amelia. Mom. Her voice trembled. I'm coming to Aunt Deanna's. 20 minutes had passed when Amelia showed up. Dress wrinkled, mascara smeared from tears. She clung to me like a frightened child waking from a nightmare. Why didn't you say anything? She asked, voice breaking. I didn't want it to cloud your last semester, I whispered, smoothing her hair. But he ruined it, she said, bitter. In Diana's living room, I explained it all. The cheating, the secret moves, Gregory's public betrayal. I noticed Dad being strange, Amelia said. Always texting, distant, but I didn't think. We often refuse to see betrayal in those we love, Diana said softly. My phone chimed. Philip, my lawyer. Emergency motion passed, Gregory's intended fund frozen. He now had only his bare account, no beach escape or jewels. Amelia read it, nodded. He earned this. He's still your father, I told her. That bond is still yours. She shook her head. Not right now, Mom. I can't look at him. The doorbell rang. Diana came back tense. Gregory's here? Not alone. I stiffened. She led Gregory and Cassandra in. Cassandra, 37, blonde, looked uneasy, eyes shifting. Gregory, angry, barked, Bianca, stop this insanity. Release the funds. Amelia stepped forward. Maybe be polite after dumping Mom in public. Gregory froze, seeing her. Amelia, this doesn't involve you. Doesn't involve me? She yelled. You tore this family up on my big day. Cassandra touched his arm. Greg, let's just go. He pushed her hand away. No, not till Bianca's reasonable. Diana folded her arms. My sister-in-law's the only sane one here, Gregory. This is on you. I sat still. The years of mediating were over. Accounts remain locked till the hearing in 3 days, I said. Judge will rule. You'll manage on what's left. Cassandra snapped. Personal funds? How much is there? I smirked. He hadn't told her either. He ignored her, shouting, Bianca, you're being cruel. Perhaps you never knew me, I said, staring him down, like I never really knew you. Amelia glared at Cassandra. Did you know he'd do it in front of everyone? Cassandra dropped her eyes. I thought he'd tell her privately. Today shocked me. Gregory shot her a betrayed glance. Their act was fading. Diana stood. You two should leave. Amelia's had enough. Gregory pleaded. Amelia, you understand? Sometimes love fades. People drift. She cut him off, fire in her eyes. I understand you're a coward who stole from us while I worked double shifts for books you refused to pay for. The silence was thick. Gregory looked down, speechless. Then he left, Cassandra trailing. At the door, he turned. This isn't over, Bianca. I'll fight. I held his eyes. Do it. The door shut. Amelia collapsed into me, sobbing. I never yelled at him like that, she wept. I hugged her. Doing right often hurts. Diana poured wine, raising her glass, to fresh starts. I drank slowly, knowing the end was a beginning. 3 days later, under drizzle, we went to court. Philip was ready. Gregory came with a novice, another misstep. The judge, sharp and firm, reviewed the prenup. Still enforceable, she said. Infidelity clause applies throughout marriage. Gregory panicked beside his counsel, face drained. She continued. Secret transfers breach full disclosure. She eyed Gregory. Joint funds stay frozen. House remains Mrs. Caldwell's. Personal fund will suffice. Gregory muttered, This is insane. The judge replied, Next time, read your contracts. In the hallway he came up, Bianca, we had 28 years. That wasn't nothing. It was everything, I said, until you ended it. I walked away, leaving him in his regret. Word spread, some rallied, others gossiped. I stayed quiet. It's over. Life moves on. Gregory's mask cracked. No house, car revoked, funds locked. 2 weeks later, Diana laughed on the phone. Cassandra's gone. His business is a bluff. I gave a quiet smile. Gregory was always smoke and mirrors. I started over, with money he never knew I saved. I leased a downtown office. Caldwell Financial Transitions was born, helping women through breakups, loss, and reinvention. My first clients were divorced. They told friends. Helping them brought a sense of mission I never had in my old job. Amelia, now in marketing in Charleston, called often. I'm proud of you, Mom. You're lifting people up. I wish someone had done that for me, I said. I wasn't just a helper now. I was a force. The final ruling came on our would-be 29th anniversary. Gregory looked defeated. His company limped. Cassandra vanished. Friends faded when truth surfaced. The judge confirmed the prenup. I kept the house, retirement funds, and 70% of investments by infidelity terms. Gregory got his things, a shaky firm, and what was left after legal bills. The document he once demanded now cut him down. Outside, he stopped me, voice rough. I was wrong. Is there a chance? I looked at him steady. That door is closed. I get it, he said, finally sincere. You deserve peace. I nodded, stepping away, heart light as falling leaves. Justice wasn't money, it was truth and walking free. Half a year on, Caldwell Financial thrived. I moved to bigger space, hired staff. We guided women toward financial power through hard seasons. Their stories were mine. Helping them glow again was the reward. Amelia visited, eyes shining. If Dad was honest, he'd have kept half. Desire blinds people, I said. No longer just Gregory's wife or Amelia's mom, I was Bianca, founder, mentor, spark. That envelope didn't just end things. It unlocked a new world. One day I stood at my window, Augusta unchanged. But I wasn't. I thought I was only support for others' dreams. From ruins, I built something lasting. Gregory now rented a flat, his firm was shrinking. I felt no hatred, just sorrow for what he threw away. Amelia, a blend of my logic and his charm, thrived. She forgave in her way, but we grew closer. Diana smiled. You turned pain to gold. If you've tasted betrayal, if life collapsed around you, you know how ruins feel. I've been there. A public split, stolen savings, decades undone. But I learned, justice doesn't shout. It waits, it tells the truth, and it believes. I didn't ruin Gregory, I rebuilt me. So what about you? What lifts you back up? Hurt, hope, the belief in better? Plant new seeds in what burned down, not for them, but for you. What you build from loss becomes your real legacy.